Hello everyone, you are welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we want to be discussing water of crystallization. The recent ongoing examination, I discovered that water of crystallization have been giving student problem in the JAMB. So I just want to solve a problem for you and teach you how to determine the water of crystallization. If you have not written your own JAMB, so that you can have a good grade, and if you have written so that you can understand it and have a good understanding. Before you is a little write-up on how to determine the water of crystallization. I define it as the number of water molecules that combine chemically in definite molecular proportions with the concerned salt, which is in the crystalline state. That's the definition. All right. To determine the water of crystallization, the first thing you will do is to find the mass of the hydrated salt. Then you find the mass of the anhydrous salt. You must understand the difference between hydrated salt and the anhydrous salt. Hydrated salt is the whole compound containing the water of crystallization, and the anhydrous salt is the one wherein after the water of crystallization is lost. Then after that, you calculate the mass of water that is lost. Then you also calculate the amount of the anhydrous salt in moles using the formula mass over relative molecular mass. Then you calculate the amount of water lost using the same formula. Then you bring their two ratios together and divide using the simplest whole number, using the smallest, and you bring them to simplest whole numbers. Therein, you write the formula of the hydrated compound. So let me pose a question for you, and let's see how it goes. This is the question. The question says 4.3 grams of hydrated sodium tetraiodosulfate 6 Na2SO4 SH2O was heated to remove the water of crystallization. The remaining anhydrous had a mass of 2.12 grams. Calculate the value of X in the hydrated salt. So let's do that quickly. Alright, the first thing you will do is to find the mass of water that was lost. Mass of water. Mind you, that was the mass of water lost. And I told you from what I gave you previously, you subtract the anhydrous from the hydrated. That's 4.3 grams minus the one, this is the anhydrous, 2.12. And if you do that, it will give you 2.18 grams. That's the mass of water. Then the next thing for us to find the mass, in fact we didn't need to find it because already in the question, the mass of the anhydrous which were given, that's the mass of the remaining, which is 2.12 grams. All right. The next thing for us to find the relative molecular mass of water. Water is H2O. Hydrogen occurs twice. That's 1 times 2 plus mass of oxygen, that's 16. If you punch it, that will give you 18 grams. All right. Then the next is relative molecular mass of the anhydrous salt, that is Na2SO4. Sodium is 23. It occurs 2 times. That was 23. Okay, let me write it down. 23 times 2. All right. Plus sulfur is 32. Plus oxygen is 16, and it occurs 4 times. All right. If you do that, it will give you 142 grams. All right. Now the next thing for us to find the number of moles of water, number of moles of the anhydrous. Let's do that of water first. Number of moles of water. All right, that will be mass over relative molecular mass. What is the mass of the water? 2.18. What is the mass? What is the relative molecular mass of water? 18. All right, 2.18 over 18. All right, that will give you 0.12111 and something like that. All right. So the next thing is to find the number of moles of what? The anhydrous. All right. What is that same formula, mass over molar mass? What's the mass? 2.12. And what's the relative molecular mass? 142. If you punch it, that will give you 0.0149. All right. The next thing for us to find the mole ratio. Mole ratio. Mole ratio of what? Water to the anhydrous. Water to the anhydrous. Mind you, it is this number of moles you bring. This one is 0.121 and this one is 0.0149. The next thing is that you divide by the simplest. Divide by the smallest. The smallest. So what is the smallest? This is the smallest. 0.0149. 0.0149. This will give you 1, of course, and if you point this will give you 8 points, some insignificant values. You just forget about that. Then so therefore your X, this X we are asked to find, is equals to 8. Then write the formula out as we were told as the last step. That would be Na2SO4 dot that X is 8, then you put H2O. That gives the name of this compound to be sodium tetraoxosulfate octahydrates. That is how to find the water of crystallization. If you have any question, just send it to the comment section. Or if you have a question troubling you, send it to the comment section. I will be there to help you. Mind you, you can share this with your colleagues and your friends so that they can also subscribe. And if you have not pressed the subscription button, subscribe now so they can get more info. Thank you. See you next time.